Hi everybody. Imagine you are in a city in China, but when you set foot here, the atmosphere is nothing like Beijing with its towering skyscrapers, or the bustling, modern Shanghai. Here, the aroma of roasted lamb mixed with cumin fills the air. Traditional music with the twang of the juta flows through the streets. And in the corners of the city, grand mosques stand with gleaming green domes. This is Urumqi, the capital of the Xinjiang region, a city that serves as the heart of life for Uighur Muslims, Kazakhs, and other Central Asian ethnic groups in northwest China. This city is not just a center of government, but also the beating heart of Islamic culture that has thrived for thousands of years along the legendary Silk Road. In the morning, the traditional markets come alive. Vendors offer dates, pistachios, and colorful silks, while the call to prayer from the Grand Mosque invites the faithful to worship. Urumqi is not just a city, it is a blend of history, faith, and trade, unlike anywhere else in China. Did you know? Urumqi holds a title that sounds strange but is absolutely true, the most landlocked city in the world. It is more than 2,500 kilometers from the nearest coastline. Imagine, if you wanted to feel the sea breeze from Urumqi, you would have to travel for days across deserts, mountains, and grasslands. Because of its great distance from the sea, the air here is dry, and the difference between daytime and nighttime temperatures can be extreme. But this is precisely what makes Urumqi unique. It grew into a resilient land-based trading city since ancient times. In the past, Silk Road caravans would stop here to rest. Urumqi became a golden stopover for merchants from Persia, Arabia, India, and Europe, who brought exotic goods, spices, silk, precious stones, and even war horses. To this day, traces of that history can still be felt in every corner of the city. If there's one thing that can make you fall in love with Urumqi from the very first bite, it's the food. This city is a halal culinary paradise that indulges the taste buds, with the aroma of spices wafting from every street corner. At the night market, thin smoke from grilled lamb kebabs mingles with the scent of cumin, onions, and chili. The meat is tender, charred over hot coals, and sprinkled with signature Uighur spices that make it unforgettable. Not far away, you can hear the rhythmic tapping of a chef pulling dough for ramen, hand-pulled Uighur noodles served with a thick, flavorful broth and seasoned beef. Don't forget nang, flatbread baked in a clay oven, crispy on the outside and soft inside. You can find all of these at the Urumqi Grand Bazaar, a market that has stood since the Silk Road era. Here, traders from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and even Turkey still come, bringing their goods, wool carpets, spices, silver jewelry, and colorful silk fabrics. Walking through the Grand Bazaar feels like stepping back in time, a reminder that Urumqi is a bridge between the past and the present. One thing that truly makes Urumqi unique is its striking natural contrasts. Imagine this, just an hour's drive from the city center, and you'll be gazing at the towering Tianchi Lake mountains, their peaks covered in snow almost all year round. Cool air, crystal clear mountain streams, and vast grasslands make it feel like a land straight out of a fairy tale. Yet, if you drive in another direction, you'll find the Taklamakan Desert, one of the largest and hottest sand deserts in the world. From bone-chilling cold to skin-scorching heat, you can experience it all in just a single day within this region. And here's one more thing that leaves tourists scratching their heads: Urumqi's sun clock. Officially, the city follows Beijing time, GMT+8. But geographically, it should actually be GMT+6. As a result, the sun might rise around 9 a.m. and not set until nearly 10 p.m. For newcomers, time in Urumqi feels as if it runs in another world. This is Urumqi, a city that blends faith, history, nature, and uniqueness unlike anywhere else. From spice-filled markets to snowy mountains and silent deserts, every corner holds a story waiting to be discovered. Urumqi is not just a point on the map, but a meeting point of civilizations. Here, faces of all skin tones and languages walk side by side. You might see Uighur women in long, beaded dresses, Kazakh men in traditional fur hats, and Han Chinese residents in modern clothing, all blending together in a unique harmony. Since the days of the Silk Road, this city has been a gateway for travelers, merchants, scholars, and artists. Everyone who came brought their own stories and left their mark on the heart of this city. Old mosques, Russian colonial buildings, and modern Chinese architecture all tell the tale of Urumqi's long journey through time. Yet, behind its beauty and cultural richness, Urumqi also holds a mystery. There's a sense of nostalgia in the air, as if the city still keeps secrets from its past that have yet to be revealed. And perhaps, for every traveler who comes here, Urumqi leaves the same lingering question. Have I just visited a city, or stepped through a doorway into the past? Urumqi today is not the Urumqi of 100 years ago. Streets once traveled only by camel caravans are now filled with cars, modern trams, and high-rise buildings lighting up the night with colorful displays. Yet, on the other hand, traditional markets and small food stalls still preserve the aroma of the past, as if refusing to be erased by modernization. For the young Uighur generation, this city is a place where they learn to preserve tradition while adapting to a new world. They still play folk music, perform the Sama dance, and celebrate Islamic festivals, but now, all of it is shared with the world through social media, bringing Urumqi into the eyes of millions beyond its borders. Amid the bustle of development, Urumqi has managed to hold on to its identity as a crossroads of the world. Just as the Silk Road once connected East and West, today's Urumqi connects the past and the future. For anyone who visits, Urumqi is more than just a destination, it is a journey through time, where every step feels like reading a page from a living history book. Behind the bustle of the markets and the grandeur of the Xinjiang mountains, Urumqi also holds legendary tales passed down through generations. One of the most frequently told stories among locals is about Tianchi, or the Heavenly Lake, nestled at the foot of the mountains. Legend says its waters are so clear because they are guarded by a white dragon spirit that protects the city from disaster. There is also the tale of the Lost Silk Road, a secret route said to have been used by merchants to avoid bandits in the Taklamakan Desert. To this day, some explorers believe there are still treasures buried beneath the desert sands, left behind thousands of years ago. On winter nights, elderly Uighur residents sometimes gather in tea houses, telling stories of strange sounds carried from the desert when the wind blows hard. They call it the whispers of the travelers, believed to be the spirits of merchants who never made it back home. For travelers, these stories are more than just folklore, they are part of Urumqi's charm, making the city feel alive and full of secrets. Here, history and legend walk side by side, turning every visit into an unforgettable adventure. As the sun begins to set behind the snow-capped peaks of the Xinjiang mountains, a golden-orange glow blankets the city. In the distance, the call to prayer drifts gently through the air, blending with the footsteps of people returning from the market. Urumqi slowly changes its face, from the bustle of trade to a calm city, as if inviting anyone to pause and reflect. Urumqi is not just a collection of buildings, mosques, or markets. It is a living soul, a reminder that this world was built through encounters, through the exchange of cultures, through hands once clasped in the middle of a desert thousands of years ago. For some, Urumqi is just another city in northwest China. But for those who have breathed in its aroma, heard its music, and gazed at its star-filled night sky, Urumqi is a memory, a story that will continue to live, even when you are far away from it. And perhaps, this is the true beauty of Urumqi, it never stops telling its story. Because every person who comes, will write a new chapter in its history.